As the kids say, third time is a charm. Yes, charm?
Yeah. You're a charming fellow.
It is actually the charm. Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
The Lunsby Show with
T-Bone.
And ChickBrew.
Let's God bless. All these years, just get it right one time.
What do you want from me?
40 years they've been trying. You couldn't fire somebody if they were horrible, doing a terrible job for the veterans. And now you can say, you're fired.
Okay. No one listens to radio.
And now for a quick disclaimer. The
Lunsby Show with
T-Bone
And ChickBrew.
is brought to you by nobody. We have no sponsors.
The show is still rated G.
For Gloria.
We almost had a bad thing happen. So it's all right. I get it. My camera's off center. My camera is. So let's start from the top and with some domestics. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, T-Bone. That's my friend ChickBrew. This is the Lunsby Show with T-Bone and ChickBrew. We're coming to you live. We record live every week, and this is, as always, a great episode. She lives in southern Spain. I live in central Pennsylvania. We get together once a week and we talk about things. We are FCC compliant, which means we are safe to listen to at work, in the car, with your children. We talk about things, but we don't talk about things in a bad way. In a bad way, let me explain. I have just redone the studio. And in the studio, I now have 2 large monitors, a third monitor that I can set up. I have a center view camera that's focused on me. This is fantastic when I'm working by myself, as I often do. Challenge that a disaster that I just nearly averted. I put you over here on my right screen so that I could see you, which also happens to be the home of the microphone. When I went to adjust the microphone to see you better, because it helps when I can see you when we talk, it all almost went crashing down. It almost became a very, very bad thing. So you cannot be on the right monitor, therefore you must be on the left monitor, because the center monitor is closed, because it takes up a lot of space. Hi, hello, my friend, my internationally traveling friend. Hi, how are you?
I am good, because I have arrived home safe and sound.
Tell us about your travels.
So, I went to go play sailor for the week over in Naples.
Yeah, just flying to Italy for the week. The thing most common people don't do.
Or maybe they do. We just don't know. I don't know. So it's summer. Obviously, the flights are packed. We're getting on the plane in Sevilla, and there's this group of very excited teenagers.
As teenagers are, usually excited.
And of course, they're on our flight, right? I'm in A. I have a window seat. I am in the middle of the pack of teenagers. They are next to me, to my right. They are in front of me for 2 rows, and they are behind me for 3 rows, and they're on the whole other side of the airplane.
And they're making you feel special. You're
they
feeling
smell
young
terrible.
again.
They smell terrible. My friend is a few seats behind me, and I shot her a text, and I was like, oh my God, they smell like they've been traveling Europe for a week, and they haven't showered once. It was rough.
Teenagers don't shower anymore. They use the Axe products.
The Axe?
Yes.
They didn't use the Axe. There was no Axe. It was just straight BO and booty. It was terrible. And the guy behind me was playing the drums on the tray table. And I just was trying not to have a meltdown. And then spent the week in Italy. Spent the weekend there. It was great. Saw Mike and Erica Lantron and the kids who are just growing.
How did you come across?
Time.
How did you come across Mike and Erica?
They're there. He's at the AFN in Naples, and
I got some history with that AFN. I used to
You also
be.
got some. We talked about you a lot.
Oh, now you got my full attention. Tell me more.
Yeah,
Tell me
you
more.
know, we were talking about you and your hash days here, and when Mike was doing some hashes with you, and talked about the radio and talked about the podcast. It was a good time. Always a good time with them.
Do they listen?
No.
Of course not.
No. I love it. Like, there's people that I say, like, oh yeah, no, I have to record the podcast. I say it all the time. I gotta record the podcast. So, they say, oh, do you want to do something on Sunday? I was like, can't record the podcast. I'm like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, I'll tell you this every time you ask me to do something on Sunday. Like, download it already.
Have you considered telling them instead you have a hot date? Now, there's a reason I use those words. So 2 weeks ago, the producer had a birthday. I'm taking her to go eat somewhere. I'm not going to risk screwing up dinner. I take her anywhere she wants to go on her birthday. She decided she wanted to go to Duke's on the Waterfront. Very nice restaurant here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. A gigantic menu. I don't like restaurants with gigantic menus, but
no, me either. I need you to narrow it down.
Yeah, everything I've tried there has been rather tasty and delicious. So we go to Duke's on the Waterfront because she likes it, and it's literally right on the Susquehanna River. It's a nice joint. Service is good, the food is good, and just too many things on the menu for my liking. Anyway, that was on a Thursday. Traditionally, my Thursdays involve me going to the Harrisburg Comedy Zone where I watch the open mic and have a good time with people I call my friends. But I had to forego going there on Thursday, and I had to let the people know about that are in charge of the competition. Hey, I'm not going to be there tonight. I got a hot date. And that wasn't a lie. It was a hot date.
No,
so we went out. We had dinner. We had a great time. You gonna go to the Zone? No, I'm not gonna go to the Zone. I'm spending your birthday with you. But
unless you want to go to the Zone, and then we are going to the Zone.
No, I don't want to mix those two friend groups. So then the following Thursday, the casino said, hey, it's your birthday month. We'll hook you up real nice. Why don't you come out here and eat with us? And she decided that she was going to, which was also on a Thursday. So 2 weeks in a row.
Harrisburg hilarious.
Yeah. 2 weeks in a row, I had to forego the open mic where, I had some responsibilities of turning over materials to the people running the competition. And 2 weeks in a row, I had to explain, I'm sorry, I can't make it tonight. I have another hot date, which was perceived as, I believe, me being out there. Being out there in the streets. Yeah. I'm not. I'm just with the woman that I love, and we're going to eat dinner together. And to me, I consider that a hot date. But I think the interpretation was I was out there in those streets.
You're in border streets.
So maybe as a fix to your problem, instead of saying I got to go record the podcast, you just tell them you got a hot date.
Yeah, but then they'll never listen to the podcast. They won't remember we have one. I got to just keep saying it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You do.
And, those that do listen to the podcast, and they make me happy. The attempted delivery guys, number one, killing it in the Harrisburg Hilarious competition, which makes me so excited. But also, the guy I got issues with, Mr. Dickensheets, he's on his podcast, the Attempted Delivery podcast, and he compliments our show and our production value and the effort that I put into taking out the ums and the ahs and the breathing and the silences, and that made me feel special.
You do good work. Wait, hold on. I got to tell you about my flight home.
We'll get to it. I'll finish this up, and we'll get to your flight home. And we'll get to more of your adventures. You threw me off. You had hot dates. Yeah, I was beyond that. It was back and forth between me and Dickensheet. Oh, yeah. Dickensheet said a bunch of nice things about our show. And because I'm not a good listener. A good listener, for those of you listening, participates in the show. That's what makes us have content. We ask questions, you give answers. We say things, you respond. You get on the fan page, you make messages, you do things. But I myself admit that I'm not a great listener because I'm not doing those things to the show that I listen to more than ours. I listen to Attempted Delivery every episode that comes out. I listen to them, and I try to listen to ours for quality checks. So I'm trying to be a better listener, and I'm messaging Damien because they don't have a fan page. And I'm like, this was funny, and this was awesome. Oh my God, Shawn gave me a compliment. How crazy is that? I did all those things, which is the long way of saying to our listeners, your participation is welcomed. And I'm going to get back to you, but I'm going to make a note right here that I want to make a special get back to you shout out to Mike and Shirley, because they will be explained. This is called a tease. Now, you traveled to Napoli, one of my favorites. One of my favorite cities in the world.
I ate all the things. I don't know if you saw in my stories, the guy came out and he built my plate with all of the things for me. While I watched, it was glorious. The fried
I don't
pizza
like the
dough.
stories. I don't like the stories because I follow you, but I also don't stalk you. If your stuff...
Well, get a hobby, and I should be your hobby. Come on.
I almost slipped there. If your stuff comes up in my feed, I look at it, and I'll like it, and I'll comment, but I don't actively go out of my way to see the things that you're doing. And the producer, she's like, did you see that Christina's hanging out with Erica and Mike? I was like, no, I didn't see that because I had a bunch of other things going and it didn't show up in my feed in the few minutes that I was watching it. And she said some other things about stuff that you had going on and I didn't see them. But when you do a story, it disappears in 24 hours. It's gone. I don't like that.
Yeah, you should just be checking my stories every day. Set an alarm. So
tell me more, assuming that knowing that I didn't see this story, tell me more about the guy doing things at your table with your food.
Oh, yeah. So they took us to their daughter, Colette, she wanted us to go to her favorite restaurant. So we go to her favorite restaurant.
I love when kids have favorite restaurants.
But it's like a family style. So they brought the bruschetta and the meat tray with the cheese tray, and then they brought the fried potato and the potato croquette, but the Italian version.
Yeah, the food just keeps coming.
And so with all the sauces, I was just the lucky one. I was the one that was picked to be presented. So he came over and he put all the things on my plate. And he's like, and then you dip it in the sauce. It'll taste just like a lasagna. And then they threw the Parmesan on, and then he put the sauce, the cream sauce. It was so good. Oh, it was so good.
Oh, to be treated so nice.
This is how I want to eat all of my food. And then we had the donuts they brought the 3 dip in the white chocolate, the milk chocolate, the pistachio, everything. And I was just like, and I was like, I got a tummy ache because I ate too much. And then when they took us out for pizza one night, it was so good. It was such good pizza.
Did you go to a beach at all while you were there?
No, but there was an earthquake while we were there.
Oh.
So if we'd been at the hotel, my friend Elaine came with me, rolling around with you, introducing people, making new friends. Mm-hmm. If we'd been at the hotel, we would have felt it. When we were at the restaurant, the lights kept flickering, and we were like,
non ti preoccupare. Yeah, don't give it a thought.
We felt nothing, so we didn't care, right? It's just maybe because it's hot, it's summer. You think about the things in Spain. It's hot. Oh, the light power poles are probably on fire.
Nice.
Then Mike gets a text and is like, "Oh, there was a really big earthquake. It's like a 4.5. Cars crushed. Just quite bad, actually. They did feel it at the hotel, but like I said, we weren't there, so we didn't know. And then it was not really close to where we were. So there's that. So then Sunday comes. It's time to come home. We make our way to the airport. We leave a little early because, there's some stuff with the visas. Want to make sure everything was fine. They didn't care in Italy. They didn't even really take a hard look at the old passport. Just got us in the line and kept us moving. So we're there, and I see all these kids, these high school age kids wearing soccer tournament jerseys.
But of course.
I was in 29A. They were in rows 19
21 plus
to 30. and they all smelled terrible. Like they had been playing in a soccer tournament all week. They all got their jerseys and they didn't wash them, and then they wore them on the airplane.
Yeah,
and
little
they
Axe
smelled
body spray.
Terrible. They all smelled terrible. Like I normally bring a hoodie, which I'll turn around backwards and put the hood over my face so I can sleep.
Of course.
But it was so hot when I was leaving, I wasn't even thinking about a hoodie, so I forgot to bring it. So I'm on the airplane with my shirt like this.
What she's doing is tucking her shirt up over her nose. She has to be reminded that you can't see her.
But I know you're going to explain it. So yeah, I had my shirt up over my nose and I was just trying to like not smell them. And yeah, as soon as this is over, I will be taking a shower so that I don't roll into the radio station tomorrow smelling like 13 teenage boys.
Oh, you're going to radio tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
Just the first
the
Monday
usual. I work for MWR. These are cool things. I used to run this joint. Do you ever feel a little, weird when you go back into the old studio there that we used to dominate and you're just a guest? Like the guest we used to make fun. The guest we used to make fun of.
And I just like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're saying. It is funny, when they have a new person come in and the new person is like explaining it to me. I let them do
of course,
their job, and then we do the
show.
The show,
yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you know what you're doing." Oh, okay, yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's fine. You're doing great." And
do you tell them what's underneath the board? Because, most people have never been underneath a board at a radio station, but I have photographic evidence.
Crumbs. There's donut crumbs under the board. That's such a fun memory every time. It is
such a great memory. And for those of you who haven't seen it, once upon a time, we were on air, we were doing our thing, and we were cracking some jokes. We were having a good time. And the Command Master Chief, the most important senior enlisted guy on the installation, calls Christina up on the hotline. And her reaction is to try. She's literally on the phone with the phone in her hand. But for me, the person viewing what's happening, she's got the phone and in shock and awe hides underneath the desk where the control board is, and it's just, oh God, it was such a great memory. Every time it pops up, it's one of my favorites.
Look, I know I'm not built for survival, but I'm a very good hider, and I will say, like, the reaction time, you have to admit, the reaction time of phone, answer, hide was very quick.
Yes. Let's get back to Vesuvio for a moment. So if you've ever seen any picture of Naples, there's a large mountain in the background that's got a weird top to it. It's not your typical mountain that's got a pointy thing at the top of it. It's a mountain, but the top it's not so good. Okay.
It had prior employment before it became a mountain.
When was the last time Vesuvio erupted?
It's been a while.
When do you think the last time was? Get us close.
80 years ago?
During World War II was the last time Vesuvius erupted. That's correct. But it wasn't the catastrophic eruption of 31 AD. That's the one where, that was its big time. That was its big show. But here's what they say about Vesuvio. It's going to erupt again like it did in 31 AD. And one of the precautionary tales, if you live near an active volcano or a dormant volcano, is the ground, she be a rumbling. And when the ground starts rumbling, that means there's things taking place that you can't see.
It's got a tummy ache.
But the scariest part about Vesuvius. So the Italian government, in its infinite wisdom, said, this volcano is dormant, but it's going to blow. So you cannot live on the volcano. Sound advice. And it is illegal to build a home anywhere on Mount Vesuvius. However, if you build a home and put a roof on it, the government can't force you to tear it down. So the Napolitans, they became experts in building a house, the structure of a house and a roof first, so it couldn't be torn down, even though it was on stolen land, if you will. So legally they couldn't tear it down because you had a roof on it, but all you had was a frame and a roof. So a lot of people took advantage of this loophole, and the estimate is that the next time Vesuvius has a 31 or 79 AD type eruption, it's going to kill 1 million people. It's not good. It's not good.
Well, also, like, everything around there is gone.
Well, it all depends on how. It all, you don't know how it's going to erupt this time, but the prediction is 1 million people are going to die this time. The next time it happens. And to put that into context, in our lifetime, we've never seen 1 million people dead from a singular event.
Right.
The closest we can get is like the Aceh Reale tsunami in 2006 or in the early 2000s that killed 250,000 people. That was catastrophic. Imagine 4 times the amount. So limit the amount of active duty time you do in Naples if you can. And make sure the Lannies they live far away from the craters. And what people who've never been to Naples don't know is there are steam valves all around Naples, Italy. So you got the giant mountain, but if you drive into Agnano or any of those other places, you smell rotten eggs everywhere because there's little volcanic vents. Just pushing out steam, because deep down inside, in places you don't talk about at parties, there's still some lava down there, agitated to death. So stay away from that as much as you can. A beautiful place. I don't know what I was watching recently, but it was a story about people who were climbing on a volcano that they were not supposed to be climbing on, and they all died, and then their families want to sue the government. No, the government did their due diligence. They said, "Don't come here," and they did, and that was bad. Okay, go ahead.
I was, the government is fun to make fun of.
Of course. Yes, it got us fired. But at the
same time, you gotta do your part in the not dying.
We got Indianapolis on the line. We got Geof and Shawn out there, our Indianapolis contingent, our frequent listeners. So they listen to the opening of the show and they hear Donald Trump talking about firing people, and they don't understand the genesis of that and why it applies to the opening of our show. Me and ChickBrew, we were both the most popular DJs. The most popular morning show at American Forces Network, Road to Spain. We were very popular, they will say. And then COVID happened. And we are part of the machine. We were doing the things that we were supposed to do. We were telling people to wear their mask and to social distance, and we were proponents of this. But I also realized that everything we thought was going to happen in the event of an emergency like that was total malarkey. That none of it was true. That in what we found during COVID-19 was Brad Pitt in World War Z, non-existent. They shut everything down.
Unfortunate.
They shut everything down. And our Air Force contingent that we had on our military base was not allowed to fly. We didn't do any of the things that were conducive to finding a cure. We just we took a time out. The entire world took a time out. And I made that analogy, which at the time I thought was pretty poignant and funny. But the big guy in the sky, the guy in charge of all radio, all Europe, he did not like me at all.
Yeah, and personal. Personal.
And they fired us. They fired us. They took us off the air. And when we decided to move this to a podcast, well, being fired and Trump's talking about firing, helping the veterans. That's why you hear that clip at the very beginning of the show. Now, I mentioned Mr. The Shirleys. Some of our favorite listeners who've been with us since our radio days. Mike and Shirley both would talk awesome about Mike and Shirley the Stanleys. They're not the Shirleys. I got that backwards.
Close enough. No.
Yeah,
They are now.
It was so
Shirley's
fun.
not mad.
Back then, we would come in early, do our job, and then it was spread to the wind to go do our other jobs. Well, your job was there. My job was otherwhere. I had other jobs. And as soon as I get in, people would say things like, I can't believe you get away with saying that. And that was so funny. And we had such a good time listening. And that we look forward to it. And Mike and Shirley both gave us many, many compliments over the years as a radio show and as a podcast. But then Mike decided to take a break from social media. He wasn't going to be on social media anymore, but he was going to have access to it through his wife's account. And when we put out a question of the week, he would message me his answers, not participate in the fan page dialogue. Which we need you to participate in the fan page dialogue. All the people that send me private messages, you got to participate in the show where other people can see that other people are listening and participating in the show. Otherwise, it just looks like me and ChickBrew kind of talking to ourselves all the time. It's a weird dichotomy, and I don't get to use the word dichotomy very often.
But well used.
But this week, the question that we posed to the audience was if they were going to make a movie about you, what celebrity or who would play you? And he did privately message me and tell me who would play him, and it was great. And then he went back and said, you know what? I'm going to do this the right way. I'm going to participate in the fan page like T-Bone wants me to do. And he made me laugh there, too. I don't want to get to the question of the week just yet. I wanted to talk about 3 other things. One of them was smells. I can check that off my list. Because you said as you were getting on the plane, looking down at me, may I add. I don't like being looked down to. You said make sure we talk about smells when we started up, and we did.
See, I show prepped.
I, being the international traveler that I am, have now officially received my 3rd and probably final passport.
Oh.
I am cleared for international travel for another 10 years.
There we go. Come on over.
I am so disappointed in the passport that I received. Why would you say that, T-Bone? She asked. I say, excellent question.
Yeah, good question.
Because Donald Trump, love him or hate him, has a special 250th anniversary passport that you can get. When you open the passport, on page 1, Donald J. Trump surrounded by the Constitution. And I just think it's such a funny thing to do to all the people, whether it be you or not, that don't like the man. You cannot like his policies. There were presidents along the way whose policies I disagreed with, but as a person had never done anything to me, so I didn't have Obama derangement syndrome or Biden derangement. I didn't have those things.
But you're still talking about them.
I'm talking about them to make an example.
A lot.
To make a point.
More than most people.
The thing I think is the funniest, though, is these people who are afflicted by derangement, that have attached their political feelings to a person. They're going to go into this brand new if they get selected to get one of these 250 passports, they're going to go into that passport and they're going to put horns on him and
I don't think they're going to do that.
Put an evil face. I think in my mind they do.
I wouldn't do it because that's going to mess up my ability to travel. And no one is getting in the way of me going home.
Yes, that is, you cannot, look, if you hate Donald Trump and you get a 250 passport, don't defile the man's picture. This is your public service notice, okay? This is your public service announcement. Do not defile the man's picture in your passport book because you hate him. Because you're going to hate him even more when you have invalidated your passport and cannot get back into a country or cannot go to a country, just don't do it. This is the notice, but it's also the thing that tickles me inside because, I mean, there are going to be people who do not listen to this show who will find out the hard way that you are not allowed to vandalize a U.S. government document. What?
Well, I just don't think it's going to be that big of. I don't think it's going to be a thing.
Oh, well, challenge accepted. Now I'm going to. I reversed my opinion. Now I'm encouraging people who hate Donald Trump to turn his picture into a devil.
It's pretty obvious. It's pretty clear, right? You don't mess with your driver's license. You don't mess with your passport. You just get your documents and you go about your business. Like a normal person.
They're floating the idea of doing a $250 bill because of America's 250th birthday.
No one in America can afford $250. All right.
You say what you want. I want that $250 bill.
I don't have $250 to have in a singular note, sir. I'm a mere peasant. 50s are my cap.
And on the $250 bill, they want to put his face.
Did you see that USAA has the, are you on it? They have a military memorial online right now for anyone who has served in the military and either retired, gotten out, so on. You can put their name in and they have it for the 250th birthday of America.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I don't like the fact that USAA, a company I don't do business with, that I did once upon a time do business with, uses the records that I have with them to put my name on a virtual memorial that it doesn't really...
But you're on every mailing list, Timu boy. What are you worried about? For some noodles that are giving you high cholesterol? Whatever. And
look, I still haven't ordered off of Timu.
You have no rights to those records. Those are public records. They belong to America.
They are not public records. Those were records
your
of
service
me.
Record that you served, public record. Now, your medical records, no. But the fact that you served, public information.
Again, when I win the Powerball, the very first thing I'm doing is changing my name. And that's always been me. I've always said if I win the Powerball, the very first thing I'm going to do is change my name. And then I'm going to change my name again. Because reporters, they dig, but they're also lazy human beings who don't dig much. So they're gonna go back and see that I changed my name, but they're not gonna go look and say, there's no way he changed his name twice. I absolutely am changing my name twice to throw you off the stank trail. And the other thing,
you're not gonna do the podcast anymore?
I don't use my real name on this. Yeah, we'll change the name of the podcast 2 times too. The other thing that I didn't realize until recently I also need to do is I also have to change my residency. I'm going to have to go rent an apartment somewhere, a nice corporate studio apartment, never move into it, never live in it, but I have to change my address.
I got an address for you in New York City.
Yeah.
You can pay me the rent and be good to go.
There we go. I got an address. So I have to attach my new name ×2 into my new address. Oh, screw that. I just thought about what you just said. No.
Oh, taxes.
New York City taxes. You can keep that bad boy. So I'll find a trailer for rent somewhere around here and I'll attach my new alias to the new trailer and then I'll go pick up my check. And I'll wear a disguise and a COVID mask and some glasses, some things to
sunglasses.
Yes, some things to throw off
Just
the scent.
the whole head.
I can do that again. I don't want nobody talking to me about nothing when I'm balling.
Bald and balling.
The average multi-million-dollar lottery winner is broke within 5 years.
Immediately.
Yeah. So those 5 years, it's going to be a blast. We're going all out. Quickly, while I still have you, while we're still talking money issues, I kept these on my desk because I wanted you to see them. I have good news and I have bad news.
Oh.
I have a vast collection of gift cards that have been given to me over the years that I have never cashed in. Even gift cards that have been earned by me, I didn't cash them in. And I thought the U.S. government had changed the rules and the gift card companies couldn't screw the customers anymore, but alas, I was wrong. BJ's, my favorite place to shop because I love BJ's.
You love BJ's.
I do. I had a couple of gift cards with them. I had not used them in over a year. Their price, their value was reduced by 50%. And it is the law of the land. They can do that. If you get a gift card, you have to use it immediately, or you can sell it. There are several sites that I have found.
Oh, yeah.
There are several sites that I found that are reputable sites where you can sell your gift card to them for a portion of what the gift card's worth. If it's a $25 gift card, they'll give you like $23. They got to make theirs, okay? That's understandable. So that's what I'm doing. I've got all of these cards, and I'm going online. I'm seeing what they're worth. Home Depot, I don't think this has been a year, but I've got a $50 gift card from Home Depot that's still worth its full value. I got a Visa debit card that's $25 in value. It's still worth its full value. I checked those. All of my Amazons were still full value, and several of these are years old. So good on you, Amazon, for not screwing the customer on either end. Again, if I died tomorrow and never used any of those gift cards, and 10 years from now, Amazon had something in place that said, if you ain't used a gift card in 10 years, then it's null and void. I can respect that. But if I don't have a need to go to Bed Bath & Beyond in a year, maybe in 2 years I do. Or maybe they don't exist in 2 years, which is, I think,
what happened. Yeah. That's a reality.
They keep all that money. I can't use the gift card anywhere.
And they still go out of business.
I got a Fuddruckers, and I don't go have a fun Fuddruckers burger.
I totally forgot about Fuddruckers. I forgot that was a place.
We just had one closed down in Hershey, so that made me think of it. But we have one in York. If you come back, I'll take you to Fuddruckers, which I'm only saying correctly because we are work friendly. But normally, I never pronounce it Fuddruckers.
Yes, it has a different name for sure.
Weird Al Yankovic came to town.
Oh, I love Weird Al.
Weird Al, he did a big old concert.
I used the "I'm Fat" song in my story.
Weird Al Yankovic, he came to the Hershey Center, the Giant Center at Hershey, Pennsylvania, and did the things that he does. But then you know what else he did? He went to freaking Hershey Park.
Yeah.
Just a normal, crazy Jewish phenom. I mean, one of the most famous Jewish people on the planet. No entourage.
Positively famous.
Yeah, well, famous. Negatively famous would be infamous. Yeah. One of the most famous Jewish people on the planet, with no security detail, just him and his family, they go to Hershey Park and they ride the rides. There are hundreds of pictures coming in of Weird Al just hanging out, just being Weird Al.
I love that.
The fact that guy has been in the business for so long and has been popular and famous and productive and not infamous. He's a good guy who's never gotten into any trouble for over 50
minding his business, doing his thing.
50 years the guy's been doing the thing. Good. You know what? That is our celebrity name drop for the week. Weird Al Yankovic. I'm sure I will spell it wrong. That is all of our we haven't talked in a while, get together, get to know each other thing. Let's move on to something else. It's time to talk about cooking.
And tonight proved one thing. All.
Watching a new season of MasterChef where they've got the countries going at one another.
Oh.
Yeah, and for the first time ever, I saw someone have to take a break. Yes, you're a chef. Yes. Oh, yeah, I should explain that. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is a session where we normally talk about food. She's a chef. She is a professional food-making person. I, but a rank amateur. She's a foodie. I'm a fatty. This is a segment where we talk about food. Gordon Ramsay, who leads us into this segment, he yells at people. He's famous, he's infamous for yelling at people in his kitchens. And recently, on an episode of MasterChef International or Global Wars or whatever the heck it's called, he yells at a woman who does the most Generation Z thing. She has a breakdown.
Training time out.
She has to take a mental health break. He kicks her out of the kitchen and sends her out into the snow where she just starts bawling. Just There were two things in the most recent episode of MasterChef that really got me. Number one, there's no crying in cooking. You don't have a mental breakdown because you overcooked a scallop. You don't do that. And the other thing,
you overcooked a scallop?
Yeah.
You might. They're expensive.
I don't remember them as being expensive. I remember them.
Everything's expensive.
I love fried scallops.
Oh, they're so good.
They're so
You got to
good.
really dry them off. You got to dry them.
The lady that they put on scallops didn't know that they had to be dried. And they come over.
Soggy rubber.
They came over and like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't cook wet scallops. And he's screaming at her. Her name was Agatha.
That's an old person's name.
It's Spanish. It's a Spanish Agatha, with an extra H in there somewhere.
Okay. Not an American Agatha or British Agatha. Got it.
So, Agatha doesn't know how to cook, apparently. She's 6 episodes into the latest episode of MasterChef, but every time she doesn't know how to cook polenta. Are you kidding me? You don't know how to cook polenta? You don't know how to cook scallops? And you're on MasterChef? And what's worse is, when they task her with doing these things, she doesn't tell them, I don't know how to do that. She thinks magically she's just going to figure it out. It's just...
I'd like to move through life with 1/8 of that confidence. Like sometimes I watch people do things and I'm like, you are really bad at that. And I wish I had that confidence.
We have dealt with sailors with that level of confidence that do not know what they are doing, but are too afraid to admit that they don't know what they're doing, so they just do the thing, whatever the thing is, as wrong as they can do it. And then when you yell at them for wasting everybody's time, they got to go take a break. They have to have a mental health break. They got to go sit in the snow.
I wouldn't sit in the snow. I wouldn't survive it. I'd just be out there frozen like a popsicle. And then I'd get yelled at for not surviving the snow.
It was the most Generation Z thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a cook get kicked out of the kitchen just to go calm down because they failed. It was
right. I've seen people walk out of a kitchen because they are in a rage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because they messed up and they know they messed up and they're like,
look,
go to smoke, or something, but not in a crying way.
The premise is she's a chef and I'm not. But I was a chef once, okay? I was a salad chef. You understand? I went to school to learn how to chef salads. I was a chef. I'm just not the all-around chef that she is, okay? She knows the sciences of baking and all that. I know how to chop vegetables and put them in the proper order.
Professional salad tosser. Thank you.
Alley-oop. I set you up for that one.
You did, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. So
I cooked this week, though, weirdly enough.
Oh, tell us more.
I managed to get in a little baking.
The science of baking?
Right.
Yes, because you can't bake with the feels. This
time it also came with some secrecy.
Ooh.
Some of my dear friends. Some of my dear friends found out that they will be having a baby.
Whose baby is it?
They said, hey, we are going to do a gender reveal. Well, we want to do cake.
Mm-hmm.
We want to give you the paper. We're going to send you the bakery stateside that our parents and our family are going to pick it up. But we need you to tell them what color for inside the cake. And I said, of course. I was like, great. What day do you need your cupcakes? And it was green. I just filled it with green. So I said, great. What day do you need your cupcakes? And they were like, what? And I was like, oh, you weren't going to ask me to do your cupcakes? And they're like, well, we didn't even think about that. We just wanted you to be a part of it. And I was like, yeah, the part that I'm going to do is I'm going to do your cupcakes. So I had the honor and privilege of being the only person.
Is that a sealed envelope?
to know what was in the sealed envelope.
Okay.
And I made them their cupcakes, and the color was blue. They're having a baby boy. I'm very excited for them. They're very excited. They already posted, so I'm not giving away any secrets.
Well, that's a shame, because I was going to try to trick you into giving me the names. I was going to let it talk. I was going to move off the subject and then roll back into. I had this planned. I was going to roll back in. By the way, who's having the baby? I was going to say. After
it was Andre and Stephanie.
Okay.
I didn't tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell the manager.
Good for you.
Two reasons. One, you only are a secret if you're the only person that knows it. Two, it's their special, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. In my head, I was like, they should be the ones that know. They should be the first ones that know. I shouldn't be telling their business to anybody in our community. It should be them that knows first. So I didn't tell anybody.
I still think it would be fun to do a gender reveal party and choose the race instead of the sex.
Hopefully we already know.
Even better to choose the race. To choose the race wrong. Oh, you're having a chocolate baby. What?
Apparently, I came out very, very pale, and my dad was concerned at first.
All right, so this is very funny.
I hadn't been sun-kissed yet.
Sun-kissed, yes. One of the comedians participating in the competition, Spark Tabor, very funny guy, and he had a very similar experience that you had and that my oldest had. My oldest came out so white, I was curious who her mother was. Yes.
Who are you? How did you get here? You brought us the wrong baby.
But she also had a cone on her head, so anything was possible. Yes.
It was not a cute baby. It was not cute. It was bad.
People lie to people all the time, and oh, your baby's so beautiful, so precious. No, none of them are. None of them are. Mm-hmm. They're all little just.
When they get the cheeks, though, when the cheeks come in, I like the cheeks.
I'm going to write it down. I'm going to share it with you after the show, but I thought that would have been very funny, but it would not have been appropriate for the show, but it's still funny. That is great. So that's my take on gender reveals. I think they should be race reveals, and I think they should be wrong. I think that's much funnier. Moving on.
And now it is time for headlines from around the globe.
Every week, I ask her to provide me with nothing but this thing. This is the only thing I ask of her all the time. To show up, to listen to me rant, to provide a little bit of feedback, and come up with two headlines.
It's a big ask.
She pulls them from the ether. I am not prepared in any way, shape, or form. My job is to mine the headlines that she gives me that I do not know in advance, and mine it for some type of entertainment value, some entertainment, educational, informational hilarity. I try to find Mr. Stanley, again, one of my favorite listeners. He really liked my bear story last week. my take on the story about the bear. Pretending to be human and honking the horn and having a good time. Do you have a headline for me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it when you say that.
Marmot researchers turn to OF in their quest for cash.
I feel like I should know what a marmot is.
I'll show you a picture. Hold on.
All right. It's a thing. It's a mammal. Okay. Yeah. It looks like a tiny little groundhog. Marmot researchers turn to OF, which I'm assuming is OnlyFans, for what now?
For cash.
So
I've never visited the OF, but that sounds cute as heck, man.
So there are a lot of people out there that for a very, very long time have taken the American taxpayers' money and used it on ridiculousness, okay? And the marmot researchers sound like They were some of those people. I recently watched the mayor of D.C. blame the crime problem that D.C. was notorious for a long period of time on Doge cuts. She blamed it on Doge cuts, and then
it's always been bad. It's always been bad.
And then turned around, and because DC has really turned around in the last year, coincidentally, and the crime is way, way, way down, and then turned around and took credit for it, but never explained how Doge caused all the problems and somehow she fixed all the problems. Well, one of the things Doge may or may not have done was cut the funding to marmot research. Marmots? That no one knows what a marmot is, and no one needs research on marmots unless their blood has some cancer-curing capabilities. Okay?
It might.
It might.
Until we get there.
But they could also be overgrown hamsters that are really cute to study for fun, for the old giggles and sheets, those things.
Yeah.
You could do that.
What was that? Oh, man, what was it? The little rodents, and it was like Meerkat Manor.
Yes.
That show?
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Maybe the Marmot OF is the new Meerkat Manor.
None of those meerkats were able to make any money, strangely enough. So the marmots, their funding got cut, and the solution is to start an OnlyFans page. Now, it begs me to ask, is the OnlyFans page of the marmot researchers showing things and doing things to raise money? Or did they think they could do an Animal Planet version of marmot research, of marmots on OnlyFans doing what marmots do, and perverts on OnlyFans would pay to...
His head. So their name is Only Marms.
Okay.
And yeah, it is uncensored marmot content.
I'm going to tell you right now, I feel dirty saying this out loud. I've never wanted an OnlyFans account more.
Same.
This is the old.
I've never even for 1 second been like, oh, I should get on there. But right now, in this moment,
this is the
luckily I'm poor.
This is the old bait and switch. Yeah, I'm gonna. I want to see uncensored marmots now. I absolutely do. I could not rationalize getting caught with an OnlyFans account by the producer.
But then you're like, look at these marmots.
And if that works, good for them. Number one, for thinking outside the box. Okay, good for them. Number two, let's do it with animals we want to see. Give me action.
I want to see the marmots. They're very cute.
I want to see the pandas. Let me tell you why.
Oh, I would see that. I'd watch that too.
So pandas have no sex drive. The reason pandas are on the verge of extinction habitually is because pandas are not down.
Panda loneliness crisis.
Pandas are not down with the act of reproduction. They're not down with it. They get no joy out of it. They just don't care. They would just prefer to suck on bamboo all day long and not get funky with it. So one of the things they do, there's two very funny things they do to get pandas the idea that reproduction can be fun. They dress up humans in panda costumes and simulate the act in front of them, and they also show them graphic adult imagery in action.
No.
Yes.
I saw a weird video. So sometimes Facebook, I don't know if it knows who I am, because I was scrolling the other day, and I was about to go to bed, and the last thing, and that's when I was like, I know it's time to get off. Have you ever heard of a pelican eel?
No.
Yeah, absolutely terrifying. Its jaw.
Pelicans themselves are terrifying. Pelicans.
Yeah. But now put it in the ocean, in the dark part, and then its whole jaw just it is bigger than its whole body, and it becomes a net to catch food. Horrific. I had nightmares.
Can it swallow a human?
I don't know, because I learned enough to know I did not want any more.
For those of you who are not down with your pelican biology, pelicans, once they snatch up an animal, there ain't no getting away. But that animal can try its best to fight the good fight inside the jaws of a pelican, but there's no getting out. It's a done deal. You are done. And if there's a fish that can do what pelicans do, how did pelicans become baby delivery devices as murderous as they are? No, I'm thinking of storks.
I'm thinking of a story. Yeah.
As I was. Never mind. None of that made sense. Hey, do you have another headline for me?
Yes.
I don't like that one.
Sorry. I was then Googling if a pelican eel could eat a person. We're safe, but absolutely horrifying.
Headline number 2.
TSA finds stolen Civil War era cannonballs in passenger's suitcase.
Traditionally, when we talk about the TSA, it's about them finding snakes in somebody's underwear. Today, we are hearing about cannonballs, but not in someone's underwear. Could you imagine trying to sneak in a pair of cannonballs in your drawers? Those things are heavy. 5-shot, 8-shot. Those things
falling off. I would also like for you to guess which airport.
Oh,
because it's funny. Because then you think, oh, I wonder if that person may be one of us. And that's all the hints I'm going to give you.
Okay. Well, I live in Civil War territory. A lot of Americans died and fought and died here in the areas where I live near central Pennsylvania in the Civil War that wasn't civil at all. I have a lot of guesses, but based on your last clue of what airport did this happen in, I would, based on that one clue, think it needs to be somewhere near a military installation, because was it one of us? Well, it wasn't in Spain, and it wasn't in central Pennsylvania. And the largest naval installation you can think of that is close to where Civil War things happened would be Norfolk Naval Station. So I'm going to guess, because you put this out there, it happened in Norfolk. She shakes her head in the no direction and is going to tell me now.
Gulf Shores.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know your Civil War history, there were some big battles in Mississippi. There were some crazy battles in Mississippi. Shane Gillis, one of our local comedians who's done really, really well for himself, recently setting the Guinness Book of World Records for the most tickets sold for a single event to a comedian. That's right, our boy is a Guinness World Record holder. He's also
I do love the Guinness Book of World Records record.
He's also like a history buff. So a lot of the stuff that you can find for Shane Gillis online is him talking intelligently about the battles of the Civil War and all of these, about the presidents. And he's really, and that's one of the things I told him when I got to meet him, was like, dude, I ingest so much of your content, not just your comedy, but all of the other stuff you do. I really enjoy you. And and it was probably the wrong thing to say. You know, when you meet someone famous, you want to say something that, you want to say something. I should have just sung that James Cameron song or whatever that. What's it? Say something, I'm getting up on you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not James Cameron.
But you said James Cameron, and I was like, in my head, I just pictured you singing Celine Dion at this man with your arms and your head thrown back. You're here. And then him just being like, what?
Yeah,
so much to feel. So much to
feel. Here's why I don't feel bad. The first time I got to meet Shane Gillis, and hopefully that's one of many, but the first time I get to meet him, I try to say the things that you want to say when you meet somebody that you're not necessarily starstruck, but you really admire and respect. I tried to say something that poignant, and I screwed it up. I think I screwed it up. And then I'm listening to another one of his podcasts or interviews or shows, and he talks about when he did the exact same thing with somebody else. So he let me know I'm only human, and I'm not singing the lyrics to I'm Only Human.
Please. I'm only human.
Cannonballs down in Mississippi. smuggling in your luggage, which it's probably safe to assume that the cannonballs are safe at this point. Unlike the ordinances they find all over England to this day, cannonballs didn't have a lot of explosive shot. Now, they did do some cannonball technology during the Civil War, and they came up with a double-barreled cannonball, and they did some mean things with killing other humans. But I think it would be safe to transport cannonballs in your luggage on an airplane today. I wouldn't recommend it, but I think it would be safe.
I think it was a stolen part. I think it was a stolen part they had a problem with. You know what I mean?
Here's another thing I don't recommend, and talk to your people in Rota about this. If the airline says we don't ship freaking lithium batteries in airplanes, stop trying to blow up airplanes with lithium batteries. Oh, just go to apobox.com, or just don't rely on the customs form, or send it to a family member and have them send it to you. No, there's a reason why the airlines do not want lithium batteries in the baggage compartment of the airplanes, because these things, for unknown reasons, tend to ignite and cause problems that can bring down an airplane.
I don't know if you realize, but that would be an inconvenience to them, and it's the world revolves around those individuals.
I hate people like that.
So,
and you can clip this and you can put it on Rota Q&A, and we'll get all the listeners that we want. I'm speaking to you specifically, the community in Rota, Spain. Go to the store round the corner and buy your phone. You can get the Apples, you can get the Samsungs, you can get the knockoffs, but no, stop putting people's lives in danger so that you can get the phone you want from the States. You can buy them in Spain. You can use Amazon.es and get anything you want delivered to a box somewhere near you. You don't have, if you live on base, you can have it delivered to a box off base. If you live off base, you can have it delivered to your own home. Amazon.es. The punto es Discovery Max. We have got to wrap things up because you need to go to bed and I have no voice left.
I need to take a shower.
Yeah, you need to take a shower too. I can smell you from here. But we're going to finish it up with this.
The book of everything. One of everything. One of everything. One of everything. The book of everything. One of everything. The book of everything.
Every week we go into the book of everything. We try to find a strange, unusual, interesting fact that we want you to know about. And then here's the rub. Here's the challenge. We expect you, the listener, to try to incorporate the fact that we found for you into your lexicon, into your conversation this week. Try to find a way to use this week's interesting fact from the book of everything. And this week's fact is: dolphins shed the top layer of their skin. How often? How often, ChickBrew?
They do what with the top layer of their skin?
They shed the top layer of their skin. How often?
I don't know. Probably like weekly?
Yeah, that seems reasonable, right? Like a shower seems reasonable. No.
Yeah.
Nay. Every 2 hours.
Disgusting.
That's why you never see a dolphin with wrinkles. That's why their skin is so smooth.
Smooth as eggs.
This is the trick.
Natural both. That's how why are we not studying that?
This is aging. This is how you defy aging. It's not the light therapy that the producer's wearing right now. It's dolphin skin replacement.
Yeah. Is there an OF for that? Only dolphin?
Way to bring it home. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for this week. As always, thanks for listening, and tell a friend. This has been the Lunsby Show with T-Bone and ChickBrew. I am T-Bone, she is ChickBrew. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you could be. And if you were a great person today, well, be an even better person tomorrow.
And don't forget that you are loved.
Thank you for listening to T-Bone and ChickBrew. If you enjoyed that show, you should check out the Jerome McClain Show, independent media that won't reinforce tribalism. We have one planet and nobody's leaving, so let's reason together. You can find the Jerome McClain Show at the same place you actually listen to this show. Give it a shot.
All right, I have watched you mouth that closer for years. If anybody wants to promote their show and you want to give us a closer, I will put you into the mix. You can get a free advertisement for your show and a closer at the end of our show. But you've got to come up with a closer. You got to make it and submit it to us, and we'll put it into the rotation.
And I will mouth it at T-Bone religiously.
Lonsby.